Okay guys, I have another update video. Sorry for the shaky camera, my phone doesn't have image stabilization. I'm cleaning up my garage and I got distracted by putting these parts away and something brilliant hit me. I was looking inside here and I see that little score line in the middle. And I'm like, well, dang it, I maybe don't want to use this because what can happen is this tiny little amount of metal that folds over time with all the forces of the back and forth, it kind of like uncurls. And so it's really not great. And I was looking and I just had this thought for a second because I was looking at one that was taken apart and I'm like, man, if only I could just put a bearing there, like a really heavy duty bearing. And then I looked at the stock casters and I'm like, that's literally what they do here, right? So I looked at the ones that I had recently modified and this just fell out because it isn't welded on. So this is the stock bearing. It's heavy duty. And look, it fits in here perfectly. You know, maybe not complete. You'd have to work on it a little bit, right? Weld it, just like I did the stock casters on my current cart. I don't think I've even shown you that. So real quick, let me show you that. Okay, so this is by no means the best welding job on any level. Come on. But you can see I welded the bearing on there so that it doesn't come off. And basically it makes that original caster, you can see it in there. It's dirty, sorry. It makes it way stronger. And I've been riding hard and it's still really sturdy. So my idea now is literally just weld this thing in here. You have to be careful because too much heat and you will literally burn. You'll like melt this away, but it's totally done. I think doable. All right. And then even the top part, it's just all metal. So you could weld it. The problem is it's a sealed bearing. So there's grease inside here. So maybe the best approach would be to take this plastic covering off first, weld it, then re-grease it, put it back on. But you don't need these weak garbage pieces anymore. And the stock kingpin would fit right in there. Hold on. I don't have a perfect top. So this right here is this, but it has a washer welded onto it because that was my solution from the previous video. Here's the crush washer, right? And I haven't even bothered to take the bearings out right now. So they're falling out. But for demonstration purposes, the idea is just imagine, give me a second. You have to imagine this kingpin going in further because that washer's not there. It would hold it nice and tight and it would come, you know, further in and you could use the original bolt to hold it and it would just be nice and sturdy. So that's an option. I think that's an option. So I think instead of grinding this down to fit into here, because it's really not going to be great, it's going to be pretty weak, I think the route I'm going to go with this last pair that I have is actually just to drill this out like everything else and do what I just showed you so that we have that. Literally turning the stock caster bearing into a beast so that we have a wide caster mod. Let me know what you think.